Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Diana. And in this video, I'm going to be giving some tips for students on how to make their student loan last throughout the semester. I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and make some tea before I sit down and give some tips to college students about how to make their student loan money last throughout their semester. It's too hot, I can't. I really want it though. Anyway, all right. So my first tip for you guys is basically, you might know this already, but it's to create a budget. If you've ever had trouble balancing a budget or sticking to a budget only when you have a student loan to work with, here are some tips that will help you make your money last throughout the semester. I don't know what it's like for everyone, but I know for myself, I was notified well in advance of how much I'd be given and how much my tuition would cost. So I went ahead before school even started and just started creating a budget. I included the most important things that I needed to pay off first, which was rent, car loan, phone bills, and just anything that I knew I needed to make monthly payments to and that I couldn't live without. So what I did was calculate how much it would cost over the course of the semester. For me, it's 4 months. Once that money came into my bank account, I split it off and put it into a separate savings account. So I had to budget for school textbooks and stuff like that. And since I wasn't sure exactly what books I needed, some profs leave a list of books that you need, but then you get to class and they're like, it's fine, you don't need to actually get this type of book. So I usually like to wait until the first or second class to know what textbook I'm gonna need. So what I tend to do is split off the money that I need for my necessities into a savings account, and then whatever's left over I don't touch until I've gotten my textbooks. So then I know the leftover is for things like clothes, things that I don't need but I do need to replenish, or I just need to have a life. So my next tip kind of caters into that first tip, which is when you create a budget, you also want to make sure that you leave enough room for having fun. School can be stressful. You at some point need to relax, and even if you don't plan on doing it, you're going to end up wanting to in the middle of it. So I highly suggest making sure that you're giving yourself some time to have fun and also making sure you budget that into your budget. It's better to plan ahead than not and then end up using up way more money than you meant to. And my third tip is be patient. This is something that I've had to work on myself, and you kind of have to change your mindset when it comes to purchasing items, especially when you're on such a tight budget. And that is being patient. Patient as in, when you want something, it doesn't mean that you necessarily snap your fingers and go and get it right away. You want to make sure that you have that money in your bank account so that you can afford it. Don't put it on credit unless it's something that you absolutely need. Make sure you have the funds for it before you go and purchase it. You got to really learn that just because you want it doesn't mean that you need it. Breaking away from consumerism is really hard. We all need to buy stuff, but once you get out of that mode of I need it now, I want it now, you'll see that your money will take you a lot farther. If you're tight on money and you can't work, not everyone is meant to work and go to school, and sometimes people can't. So for me personally, after all the years that I've gone to school, I realized that for me to get good grades, I can't work and go to school at the same time. I just don't have that mental capacity. Of course, if it really came down to it, I would work and you know, I'm not saying never. I would never do school and work at the same time. But for me to get good grades, I really, really need all my mental energy to go in and make sure I get those good grades. So what I've been doing is applying for scholarships and bursaries on top of student loan. This has helped me tremendously, and you're more likely to get it, especially if you are only living off of a student loan. I apply for bursaries and scholarships through my school website, and I get notified during my 3rd month of my semester if I received a bursary or not. And it's a great little bit of extra money, and it really helps, really helps get me through to the end of the semester. So in terms of being patient and waiting for what you want, what I really like to do is use things like honey or Rakuten, which used to be called Ebates. Those are great sources to lower down your cost of what you're wanting to purchase, especially if it's a big purchase. You actually get money back for what you end up purchasing, which is a really great way to save money, as well as honey searches the internet for codes. Not sponsored. I know everyone promotes this, but I actually do use it. So thanks to all those YouTubers that got sponsored, because I ended up saving quite a bit of money using that. So my final tip that I'm still even working on myself, it's a little bit harder because I'm plus size at the moment. So I'm having trouble finding clothes that fit me properly, but thrifting is another way to really help the planet and help yourself. Spend way less money and you end up reusing clothes, so your environmental impact is reduced significantly. I just started this year, but it is so much cheaper than buying brand new clothes, and you'll be so surprised at what you can find at a thrift store. I wanted to keep these tips short and simple just to kind of get the ball rolling for some of you. If you've clicked on this video, then you've obviously looking for some help in terms of budgeting. I am definitely not a finance person, but some people that I've found online that really help, I will list them down below, but the ones that come off the top of my head is Asia Dang. She's really kind of helped me get motivated in terms of getting my finances in order, as well as the Financial Diet has really helped give out tips and tricks for saving money and paying off your debt. Sometimes, some semesters, I will admit I'm human and I make mistakes and I don't budget properly and I overspend on some things, but really I have gotten into this routine. I really don't touch my money unless I really need to, if it's for gas and food, basically. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your money saving tips are in the comments below. Again, if you like this video and you like me and you want to see more of me, please subscribe and also hit the like button on this video. All right, everyone, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.